All right, Panther Lair, let's talk about Nate Santos' defense through the first 4 games of the season. Now, all of these clips are going to be from the Pittsburgh Panthers' most recent game against the Towson Tigers. And the reason being is because I think that's the obviously most recent sample we can pull from. I think it's allowed Santos to kind of show what his defensive footprint is through 4 games. And I also think that this is going to allow me to highlight every aspect of his defense that I want to talk about, so just all of those things work together. Now, in this very first clip, it's going to showcase how Santos is an effective low man on the defense. Now, anytime the low man involved, it usually entails a pick and roll happening somewhere. The roller or the guy driving the ball is going to go into the paint, and it requires that low man to be the last line of defense. Now, last season, a lot of times that was Ethiel Horton, and at 6'2", 6'3", was really unable to contest effectively at the rim. Santos at a listed 6'8", much better chance of deterring shots, and you're going to see that here. So one of the things I also like about Santos is his body positioning. He's spry, he's active, and here he's going to be in a situation where he has to be the low man. So this is going to be a empty corner side pick and roll. The ball handler is going to reject this screen, and he's just going to come downhill right at Santos. But you'll see 6'8", straight up, a little bit different than 6'3", and Pitt ends up securing the ball or the possession. Now in this clip, this is going to showcase that Santos, these next 2 clips are going to be off-ball defense. And it's going to showcase how good of a communicator Santos is. So here, his man's going to go baseline. He's going to call out for Jeffress to take his man, and then he's going to take Jeffress's guy. Does a really good job of screen navigation here. Kind of getting skinny. He fights over, and then gets right back in front in a stance. So really good job by Santos there, communicating that. And then this is probably my favorite defensive possession for him on the young season. He just does a lot of really good things off ball here. So good screen nav. Now here, this is a situation that can confuse a lot of young players, right? So you're going to see how this develops. Santos kind of waits back on this screen, this off-ball screen happening. If he goes all the way up to touch, this is just a layup or a dunk. But instead kind of recognizes this, hangs back, and then just tags Collier's guy until he's able to get back. And then he closes out while keeping an eye on the ball. This is very impressive. You know, a lot of young players are going to definitely blow this assignment there. And I think we're going to see a little bit more. I like that shade right there. He shades, kind of takes away that pass, keeps his eye on the ball, always knows where his man is, where the ball is. Now he contests here with discipline. So he's going to use his size to be 6'8", but then he's going to start breaking down and be on the perimeter. Still tries to apply his length here. Really good screen nav, stepping around this, not getting screened, and then good ball denial on a potential entry pass. Now the other thing I really like here is as the shot goes up, right, his man no longer really a factor. He seeks out contact right here, takes that player out of a rebounding opportunity. Pitt secures the rebound. Just a really good job of Santos there. And then this is an example of his on-ball defense. Now, I think with his on-ball defense, he's not really a guy that has a ton of lateral burst, or he hasn't shown that yet. So he is someone who I think is going to lose the point of attack against guys that can drive the ball a fair amount, especially if they're competent. But if he can get back in front and contest as the shot goes up, I still think he can be effective. And this is an example of that right here. So he's going to lose this point of attack. But he does go stride, mostly stride for stride. But he's on the player's hip here, but he gets back and he is able to block and alter the shot. So again, I think if he can continuously do that, he can be an effective on-ball defender. But his off-ball skills right now, way ahead of where you would think a freshman would be. Very good communicator, very good body position. It's not something they always teach at a lower level, so it's pretty impressive that he's gotten this far in such a short amount of time. So a lot of good things out of Nate Santos, a lot of good things in terms of his energy, his body language, positioning, all of that stuff. So a lot to look forward to if you're a Pittsburgh Panthers fan from Nate Santos on both sides of the ball.